Hi everyone, today we're going to get into some stamping and I'm going to share some tips and tricks along the way as we complete a really fun mani using this month's Maniology Mani and Me box. This is a really fun box, so we're going to open it up and here's what it looks like inside. I really love this. It says, what will you create with their hashtag? And then we have a couple things in here. So the first thing in here, this is a card, and pay close attention to the color scheme on this card. This might be a sneak peek of our color scheme. And then on the back of the card, it has everything that is included in the box. And then the next thing in here, we have this really beautiful mani inspo, and then it tells you tips and tricks on the back on how to recreate that look that was on the card. So that is a really awesome touch. And then here's everything that is inside the box. So first of all, this is wrapped so nicely, and I did not want to open it because I really liked how it looked, but here's what it looks like inside. So the first thing in here, so each month you always get two exclusive early access to polishes. So here are the two colors. See how those two colors match that card? So we have this beautiful, almost sagey minty green, and then just a really just rich blue. I'm really excited to try those out because those colors are perfect for kind of like dipping our toes into spring. So this is what the first color looks like. Check it out. Isn't that gorgeous? It's like the perfect sage, but it has just like that splash of mint into it. I really like that color. And then this blue, it is everything. It is just very rich and just still like vibrant in color. It's dark, but it still has a touch of lightness to it. And then we have Embrace Your Inner Artist sticker. I really like that sticker. And then the next thing in here, this is a bonus item. So each month you get a bonus item. And this right here is everything. This is adorable. This is a dust brush that you could use if you're filing and buffing your nails, or if you are into chrome. I feel like this is a very soft brush, that this right here might be perfect for dusting away the chrome because it is so soft. And I just love this so much. It's a heart and it feels amazing. Wait till you try this brush. It is absolutely so fun. I really like that they include something a little extra in the box for a little freebie, but I'm completely obsessed with that brush. And then you have two exclusive stamping palettes. So this is really fun because you're always going to be able to create a really fun, fresh design. And these stamping palettes are exclusive to the Mani and Me monthly club box. And you can see that the theme this month is floral, and it's definitely going to get you ready for spring. So we're going to create a set of press-ons today on the shape medium almond. Our base color today, we're going to go in with Silky Pearls, which it's almost kind of like a milky white, but it has a slight splash of pink in here. It's really beautiful, and it's a great all over color. And I figured I really wanted just a light base color or like a light wash over the nails. So I chose this color, and we're only going to do one coat because I really love the coverage of this gel polish. And you don't necessarily need to use gel products. You can use a nail polish of your choice and then stamp on top of that. You could also use acrylic or dip powder. So I cured for 30 seconds. I did the rest of the nails off camera to save some time. So a little trick that really helps me when it comes to stamping is doing a layer of transfer foil glue on the nails, and I like to work as I go. So you apply the transfer foil glue just like you would a gel base or gel top coat, cure for a full 60 seconds. While that's curing, we're going to start with the first image on one of the plates. We're going to go in with that gorgeous blue, and once you apply that polish on the stamping plate, you do want to move fairly quickly with this step. So you're just going to use that scraper card and gently just move that polish over the entire image, and then pick up your image, and then see here we have that perfect image, but we have a lot of extra image on that stamper, so we're going to go ahead and clean that up. I personally like to use a lint roller. You can use a piece of tape as well, but the lint roller works best for me. And then once we have that cleaned up, I'm going to go ahead and use this dotting tool, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently just remove that middle piece of that flower by just like rubbing over that dotting tool on that circle, and then that image of that circle of the middle piece of the flower is going to come completely off. So we're going to do something really fun with this. This is just a great way to implement more splashes of color when you are stamping, is just removing some of that image and just gently use a dotting tool. If you press too hard, you can risk piercing that stamper. So just make sure you have a very delicate hand. Now, since we use that transfer foil glue, I can really take my time when it comes to this step right here, because another reason why I like to use that transfer foil glue is because it provides a very sticky, tacky surface to the nail. So even though the stamping polish is going to be completely dry, we're still going to be able to transfer a very clean image. And if you're looking for an alternative solution for a sticky base and do not want to incorporate gels, Maniology offers a sticky base. I'll go ahead and link that in that description box below so you can achieve the same results. So I'm just finishing up removing that last dot in that circle here. And then here's what it looks like. You can see that middle of the flower is completely removed and we still have that perfect flower intact. So now that that sticky base is completely cured, I'm just going to line up the stamper. So the image that I picked up in the nail are completely different sizes. My nail is a little bit too long. I am using a medium length, but that's okay. I'm going to show you how to fix that. So what you could do is you could either pick up more image and then go ahead and place that stamper on the bare spots, or you can do what I'm doing right here. I still have some image left on that stamper, so I'm just going to go ahead and just press everything down, and then on those bare areas, I'm just going to utilize the rest of the image that we have on the stamper and just go ahead and just stamp it on those bare areas just to tie in the design. But I really like this design. I think it's perfect. The floral theme for this month, it is everything, and who doesn't love some fun floral designs? I really like this. And now I'm just going to go ahead and just press everything down. I'm just looking at everything just to make sure everything is exactly where I want it before we go ahead and move on. Here's a closer look. And isn't that blue just gorgeous on that milky background? So we're going to incorporate some of this really beautiful green. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that polish, and then we're going to use a dotting tool, and I'm going to put a little bit of green right in the middle of those flowers. And then stay tuned. We are going to add another element to these flowers at the very end. But how fun is this just to add a little bit more pops of color, just removing that middle part of the flower, and then whatever color your heart desires, you can go ahead and just place that in the middle. I do feel like some glitter in the middle of those flowers would be really fun as well. And another way to keep utilizing these stamping plates is that the best part is that these flowers are never going to go out of style, and you can incorporate different colors based on seasons. I feel like for summer, throwing in some bright pops of neon for these flowers would be fantastic. And then when fall rolls around, you can do some beautiful rustic colors, and you're going to be able to create so many different looks with these two stamping plates. Now we're moving on to the next nail. I'm still going to keep using that transfer foil glue, and I like to apply it as I go. And while that's curing, we're going to get our stamping plate ready. This time, instead of just using one color, we're going to incorporate both of those exclusive colors. And then once we go ahead and scrape it, we're going to pick up a really fun, just like kind of like a ombre radiant transition here. And this is a really fun way to incorporate more colors to your image. You could also do some reverse stamping, but today we're really focusing on creating different looks with just the image that we're picking up, and then we're also going to enhance it a little bit at the end. So now that we have the image on the nail, you will notice when I pressed that stamper down, I did rock it back and forth just to make sure we are covering the entire nail, and then I just go ahead and gently press that image completely down just to make sure everything is laying super flat. But I really liked how this turned out. We have that blue radiating down to just like that light wash of mint. The background is a little lighter. You can barely see it, but it still looks really pretty. We're moving on to the next palette, and we're going to follow the same steps. We're going in with that transfer foil glue. This time for this image, instead of using the lighter green, I'm going to go in with a little bit of our darker green. I really wanted to see what that looks like and kind of see how those colors flow together. Also, if you are picking up an image and you do stamp it on the nail and you do not like how that looks on the nail, you can easily remove the image that you just placed by going in with a little bit of acetone on a lint-free wipe and then just rubbing that lint-free wipe on the nail. That will go ahead and remove that image, and then you can completely start over. The only thing you need to keep in mind is if you do have that layer of sticky base, you're going to go ahead and apply that again. If you need to cure it, go ahead and cure it. If you're using the Maniology sticky base, let that air dry completely and then go in with your next image. So that's a really easy way to clean up a nail that you may need to do a correction on, or if it was an image that you just didn't love. So we're moving on here. So we picked up more of those fun flowers that we utilized on the thumbnail, but this time I am not going to go ahead and remove the middle. We're going to do something else at the very end to the middle of those flowers. So I'm just going to show you a different way how to enhance the nails without removing that circle piece in the middle. But I really love the stamping plate. Another fun thing about this description is that you get a 10% off anytime you're shopping with Maniology, which I think is really awesome that they include a discount code when you are an exclusive member. And then they offer free shipping on any orders $30 or more. Plus, you get access to pass boxes. And if there was like a set that you missed in the past and you really wanted those stamping plates, you have access to those. And then the best part about this box is that you can always skip, you can pause, you can swap things out. So that's a really awesome feature that they offer in their subscription box. I believe you get a little bit of a teaser email before the boxes go out. So then that allows you to go ahead and then skip if you know like that theme's not going to fit your style. So that's really awesome that they do cater to that. All right, so now that we have these stamping images on the nails, I'm going to go in with a layer of gel top coat, and you can see that that gel top coat is not smudging the image or anything like that. And I did not cure that gel top coat, and we're going to go ahead and use these flat back pearls. I'm focusing on the tiny pearls, and I'm just going to go ahead and place those in the middle of the flowers. I just think that was just a really fun touch and just another way to add just a pop of like really easy, effortless nail art to your nail. So that's going to go ahead and I'm putting that in the lamp. I'm going to cure that for a full 60 seconds, and then we're going to keep adding elements to these nails. So for this set, we did a layer of gel top coat. I did not cure. And then instead of using the pearls, we're going to go in and add some pops of gold. I'm going to use these really tiny caviar beads, and I'm just focusing on some of the areas of this image that kind of had a little bit of an opening in the flower, and we're just going to put a whole bunch of those caviar beads in those areas of those flowers to just kind of give it more of like a flower effect. I love the pops of gold on these darker colors, and it's just again just adding more effortless nail art. Another helpful tip, if you've ever used a gel product and only went in with a gel top coat and you experience any flaking or peeling of your top coat, go in with a layer of gel base first, cure for 30 seconds, then go in with your gel top coat and then go ahead and do your nail art. If you're using any of these like pearls that are a little bit on the heavier side, I recommend using a nail charm glue to make sure you are really holding those in place. But right now I'm on day 3 of my set, and I have not I bumped my hand and I have not lost any of these really fun embellishments that we're adding to the nail because they're on the lighter side. But if you're using anything heavier, I just recommend using some rhinestone glue to make sure that those charms really stay into place. Another way to really enhance this set, when we went in originally with our base color, after you cured that, you could go in with a really fun, just like light bubble bath style chrome and apply that to the entire nail, then do your stamping on top of the chrome. I feel like that would be a really just like beautiful look, especially like that glazed donut kind of chrome effect would be really pretty with the stamping over it. That's another option. And then you could still add these really fun pearls. But options are endless when you're doing your nails at home, and especially with a stamping palette. You can do so many different things. So today we focused on full coverage stamping, but you could just focus on doing like a stamping with like a French tip. You can do certain areas. You could have focused on smaller images and just put it right in the middle of the nail. There's so many different things you can do with the stamping plate. You can also do reverse stamping. We'll dive into that here in the next few weeks on my channel, so stay tuned for that. And we're going to incorporate some gels with the stamping too. So I'll show you some other ways how to just really enhance your stamping. But overall, I had so much fun playing with this month's Mani and Me box from Maniology. And if a club subscription is not your thing, Maniology has tons of stamping plates and beautiful stamping polishes. You're definitely going to find something that catches your eye. And they have such a great selection when it comes to palettes, and their stamping palettes are everything. I tried stamping years ago and I failed and I threw them away, and then I tried Maniology and I was able to successfully pick up a stamping image. So the Maniology stamping plates are definitely a game changer. All right, so here's the finished look. Everything's been cured for 60 seconds, and this is just a refreshing, fun spring style set, and we enhanced it by adding some other embellishments. But everything that we use in today's video can be found in that description box below. I hope you found some helpful tips along the way when it comes to your stamping journey. And stay tuned, we will be doing a really fun spring style set by using one of the new plates from Maniology. But this time, instead of using stamping polishes, we're going to incorporate gels. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on that video. And if you're still looking for some more nail content, in that description box below, click on that playlist and it will take you to all my current uploads. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you all in the next one.